guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Sylvia, and make sure you join the family by clicking the subscribe button and the bell button next to it so you can be notified every time I post a video. So I posted a video 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, and I basically talked about my 2019 goals. Some of the goals that I mentioned there were investments and traveling. So I got some questions from my siblings and my friends that were just asking what, how, when, where are you even going to get this money from? And my answer to that question is savings. Today's video is basically giving you guys tips and tricks that I picked up along the way, as well as letting you know of the mistakes that I've made in this saving journey that I wouldn't want you to make. I want to make your journey easy, and I want to let you know that it's possible. I have the notes on my phone. Background story to this savings thing: I've been saving ever since I was in A-levels. My parents used to give me pocket money, so I've just kind of accumulated that up until now. But when I was there, it was more generalized. I didn't have like a particular goal. I just used to say, I'm saving for my future, I'm saving for uni, I don't want to be broke in uni. This leads me to my tip number one, which is have specific goals. Because I can't even tell you how many weeks I missed to save. I was like, you know what, my future is far, I'm still young, I can save much later. I wish I never did that, because I would have been able to save so much more. Now that I have particular goals set in place and I have deadlines for those goals, I know that I have to. And it's been so much easier, and I've been able to save up so much more. So when I moved to a different country, I carried my savings with me. I was like, when I get here, I'm going to start an account. And I did, because I mean, you have to start a bank account. I made the biggest mistake, which was making that account the same account that I was using for my daily debits. It's very easy to spend money here. There is literally no effort whatsoever. You don't have to put down your pin, you just tap the card and you go. And by the time you realize it, you spent so much. By the time I realized it, I'd spent half of what I'd been able to save, and I was like, whoa, how did this happen? Those little tabs that I used to make every day, that is what used up my money. Tip number two, have a separate bank account for your savings, and make sure you don't get a card for that account. And if you get the card for that account, never live with it, because trust me, you will be tempted to use that money. Just put in money whenever you can and don't use it. Tip number three is a little goes a long way. This applies for both the savings and the spending, because that 1 shilling that you think would make a difference in your savings will make such a huge difference. Put aside that 1 shilling, put aside that 100 bob, because it will later add up to that 10,000. And the same thing applies to spending. That 1 shilling that you think would make a difference in your account will make such a huge difference. Those 1 shillings that you keep using all the time, those tabs that I'm talking about that I used to make, and they weren't large amounts, but then they all added up to so much. Be very aware of how much you're spending. Identify how much you earn or are given by your parents every week, every month, every semester, however your money is coming in, and then identify your compulsory expenses. For example, I have to pay a phone bill every month. I support some breast cancer charity things, so I know like every month a certain amount goes to that breast cancer awareness. If you have Netflix, Spotify, make sure you identify your compulsory expenses, and then from that, give yourself a limit and make sure that a certain percentage of that limit that you've given yourself goes towards your savings. The next couple of tips are what makes me more aware of how I spend money. Tip number 5 is I ask myself every single time before I buy something, is are there cheaper alternatives? If you're in the supermarket and you're on the, say, tissue, because I can see tissue there, there's tissue for 100 bob and there's tissue for 50 bob. What makes this one for 100 bob more expensive? And tissue is tissue. Tip number 6 is for us in school who spend a lot of money on food. I feel you. Those days that you're so tired and you're like, I'm not gonna cook today, I should order in. Ask yourself, is it cheaper to make it or to buy it? And most of the times it will be cheaper to make it, because You'll buy ingredients and you'll be able to use them a couple of times. The money that you spend on buying is probably even more than what you'll spend on making 10 of them. Then tip number 7 is, do you want it or do you need it? And I know how hard this one is, but trust me, it's going to make such a huge difference in your life. There's purchases that I've made before and I have them up until now, and I'm like, what will I do with them? Let me just give you guys an example. I like giving you examples just so you can relate. A couple of months back, I posted a hair straightening video. I'm natural, and I'm the kind of natural that is like, whoa, straight hair looks so nice. I miss straight hair, because I've seen like people here with straight hair and wigs that are like straight. So I really wanted my hair to be straight. I can't buy a blow dryer because I don't know how to blow dry myself. The brush would be much easier to use, but I'm just like, I'm the kind of person to straighten my hair once a year, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the straightening brush, and I don't know if I'm ever going to use it again. I really wanted it, I didn't need it. And lastly, tip number 8 is something that I live by. If I can't buy 2 of something, then I don't buy it at all. If I really want a Gucci shirt and I can't buy 2 of them, then I don't buy it at all, because I'm not about to be repeating clothes every day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it's been a bit educative. I hope you picked up 1 or 2 things from it. If you have more saving tips, please make sure you write them down in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button next to it so you can be notified every time I post a video. Don't forget that I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.